There's been many moments in my life where people have asked, what can I do to make the changes I know I need to do to be giving better care to God's creation? I don't even know where to start. And I say, imagine with me that you don't have a trash can. A trash is something that we don't really think about that much. We consume things, we buy things, we put it in our small trash can, carry that out at the end of the week to the larger trash can, it's rolled away to the curb, and then that consumption that we've had that week is out of sight, out of mind. It's taken somewhere else. Where is that somewhere else? That somewhere else is the earth. It's put into landfills, and that's a very strange way to thank God for all the things that we've been given. We've been given clean air, clean food, a beautiful, clean planet, and I don't believe we're doing our part to take care of what's been given. If you didn't have a trash can, would you consume things differently? Would you be thinking differently about how you purchase things and what you brought home? Maybe you'd be moving towards things that could be washed or reused as opposed to just thrown away into that land of away that we don't think about. When we start to think about our wastefulness in terms of that, of actually seeing it in a trash can, we realize, wow, I'm consuming a lot that I'm not even connecting with because it's so ingrained in our culture to buy and consume and then just throw away these very quick single-use things. I definitely fell into it as a mother of young children. I needed things that were quick and easy. And it wasn't until my eyes were really opened by the grace of God as to how much I was over-consuming that I saw all the things that I needed to correct. There was a great amount of grace and humility that came along with that, of how poorly I had been playing my part of caring for what God had given me. Let's move that awareness of what's happening with our trash can and that consumption over to water. If we had to go and collect our own water or filter all of our own water, would we use it differently? Would we be more wise about turning the faucet off in between hand washings, brushing our teeth, or not leaving the shower, just run and run and run? This is another amazing resource that we're given that most of us don't even think about. How about fuel? Fuel for our cars, fuel for our homes to keep the lights on. If we had to generate that ourselves, would we be more conscious about how we're using it? Suddenly, our eyes become open to all of the ways in which we consume and we waste and we waste. Maybe it's money for you. Maybe you are really good at making money and then you're really good at spending it because that's something that fulfills a part in yourself. And I'm here to tell you that you're good just as you are. Maybe you don't need to be consuming all those things. The latest fashions, for instance. The fashion industry, that's a really big issue that we have on planet Earth. They ship things all over, and then we're constantly buying, wanting the next best thing. Consume, consume, consume. And all of that clothing then goes into the landfill. Or we donate it, and we think we've done a good thing. We've dropped it off at a Goodwill or Salvation Army. But much of that clothing just gets thrown away. Other countries don't want it anymore. We have shipped it overseas and it's gone to these places where they don't have room for it anymore. Suddenly when we connect with that away, where is all that going? We realize that we need to rein all of it in. And when we rein all of it in and really listen to that part of our heart that knows that we need to do better by God's creation, suddenly we're given more grace to be able to make these changes. One small step at a time, one small change at a time. Start by looking in that trash can and ask yourself, is there something that I don't need to buy anymore? Look in your closet and ask yourself, is it okay if I wear the same clothing this season or for the next 5 years? Can I invest in something that's just going to last me a long time that isn't just going to be thrown away? Can I save a little more water? The more that we save, the more that we're aware of these incredible gifts God had given us, the more there is for other people, the more that we're able to give alms, the less money that we're needing to spend on these quick consumption things, the less that we need to be working and hustling so hard to be bringing in extra money. That's more time for us to be with our families. That's more time for us to be in prayer and reflection. looking at our wastefulness, it's a really useful practice to analyze ourselves, to be honest with ourselves, and to start to make those changes. I promise you that when you make them, it's not going to be something where you feel like, you know, you have to give all of it away and just wear some itchy clothing for the rest of your life and be miserable just eating porridge. You can have a really meaningful, lovely life interacting with everything that we have in the world, just in a way that doesn't consume as much. Suddenly a whole new life can be given to us and a whole new perspective on life that's actually quite encouraging.